Hi, everyone. Welcome back. It is Monday, without a doubt. It's been a beautiful Monday, nevertheless. May the 4th. Glad to have you with us and being a part of the program tonight. A beautiful day in the neighborhood, the likes of which we don't have many in your forecast. We've got frost and some colder and some wet conditions throughout. Our luck will run out pretty soon in regards to the weather that we have seen today. We'll have an update on that, the possibility of some thunderstorms throughout your forecast, and a few mornings, a few cold starts ahead with some frost expected. A lot of emergencies over the course of the weekend. Local EMS and rescue and other personnel responding to several calls of medical and other emergencies over the course of the weekend. A couple of serious accidents, one fatal ATV accident in eastern Kentucky. A couple of arrests making headlines tonight, and of course an update from our governor forthcoming in just a few moments. Also an update on the local front as well in just a few seconds in regards to COVID-19. We'll have the governor's update for you in just a few moments. He only had one, as I told you, on Friday before leaving you over the weekend, taking the day off on Saturday. But yesterday in his 5 o'clock briefing announcing that there were 173 new cases reported by public health officials on Saturday, another 80 on yesterday. Yesterday was nearly a perfect day in the sense of deaths. However, it was learned, I believe, before the end of his update that even though at first it appeared as though there were no new deaths to be reported, sadly, there was one that was later, I think, to be considered as such. So one death reported, still an improvement, but it's still a death of a Kentuckian who lost their life from COVID-19. We're hoping to get to those days soon where those case numbers are small and the death number stands at 0. Right now, before the governor's update today, 5,130 cases, as we have now reached another milestone of crossing 5,000, and 253 people have lost their lives. Your governor's update coming again in just a few moments. I just got off the phone with McGoffin County Public Health Director Pete Shepard, who says that another 19 test results came back today, and all were negative. And so far, out of 264 people in McGoffin County or McGoffin Countyans tested, all those test results have still come back negative. McGoffin County is still one of eight Kentucky counties, mostly eastern Kentucky counties, with no confirmed cases of COVID-19. We're still hoping that number continues. We will have to wait and see. On that note, I can also tell you that Shepard says that he and other officials are going to be meeting with local pastors in small numbers starting as soon as next week to talk to them about how they are planning on opening their church services back up, as of course has been placed into a timeline by Governor Beshear. We will be sitting in on some of those discussions in some form or fashion and have that for you. The local officials as well also stressing to us all that based on traffic flow and things like that over the course of the weekend and today, that just because it is starting to sound like things are getting better, and indeed it is, we're still in a plateau statewide, it is not the time to stop social distancing and taking all the precautions that we have. I'll let them explain more on that a little later on. This was just a quick announcement that I meant to make last week, and I failed to do so, and it's my apologies. But I had actually just had a chance to talk to a friend of mine and get caught up with him briefly last week after the passing of his wife. And Bill Harper was back at work, to no surprise, I think, to anyone. That's how exactly where Tammy would have had him. But Harper's Auto Repair back up and running as of last week and still there today. Just to let everyone in the public know, they rely heavily on his services. And I asked if it was okay if I just passed along that notice, and he said it was. So just to let everyone know, Harper's Auto is back open for business as usual. Just, at a safe social distance. I just got this in response to the pandemic. Big Sandy Community Action Program personnel want to let you know that they're taking applications for another round of their energy heating assistance program through the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program known as LIHEAP. They are taking applications as of right now through the end of June. These are on a first-come, first-served basis or until the funds are gone. The program is designed to assist households with low incomes to pay their electric bills or assist with the cost of their heating fuel starting this month. just a few days ago, in May, the income eligibility limit for the program has been raised to 150% of the federal poverty level, and that means that a single-person household with a gross income of $1,595 or less in the previous month can get this assistance. The income limit increases by $560 per person in the household, so a two-person household must have a gross income of $2,155 or less in the previous month. They say it's also important that I note that funds provided to households through the CARES Act will not count towards your monthly income. So if you got any money as a result of the stimulus relief, that will not count. The extra $600 a week for unemployment funds that you might be receiving and that $1,200 check will not be considered as income for this program. So we wanted to be sure to let you know that. This subsidy ongoing through the end of June. Appointments taken online or by phone. If you have internet means, bsacap.org/bookings to make your appointment, or you can call the toll-free number, if you so choose, 877-792-2219, 2217-349 here locally. I'll forward that over to the calendar and announce it in brief over the next few nights. And I'll be right back after a few brief words from some of our sponsors. There is never a good time for a breakdown. They will happen, and your car at some point is going to need some repairs and maintenance. And Black Smoke Performance is open and here with professional, fast, safe service. And just in time for warm weather, they now have certified full air conditioning, diagnostics, and repair to keep you cool in whatever you drive. Black Smoke Performance, 349-8785. All Pro understands that we are all just trying to make it through these most difficult of times, and they want you to know that they're here to help with any repairs or projects that you need done. Big or small, doesn't matter. They've got 0% financing for 18 months and long-term financing if you need it. If you need anything from a new gutter to a new house or a new garage, call All Pro Gutter Works and Construction, 349-9999.
With the power to bring us together even when we're far apart, we keep families connected. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Oh my goodness, look at that face. Look at Titan. Titan is our pet of the week, and Titan absolutely loves people, has a wonderful personality, and is super friendly, and is perfect for a forever home. And he's available for adoption right now at the Johnson County Animal Shelter. Our Pet of the Week, sponsored by Dr. Tom Abel of Able Eyes in Lexington, who wants to remind us all to stay safe, stay home, and his office will be back open before you know it. Come to Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville and get your prescriptions filled, your over-the-counter medications, and immune system boosters, all from the safety and comfort of your own vehicle, either in their drive-thru or with their new curbside service. You can also call ahead or just download the MyGNP app, that's Good Neighbor Pharmacy, and refill and manage your prescriptions right from your device, helping you and yours stay healthy and safe. Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville, 349-4400. Times have changed, now and suddenly more than ever. Our lobbies might be closed, but the Sagersville National Bank wants to remind our customers that we're still here, we're still working to provide our community with as many services as possible. During this time especially, we encourage all of our customers to take advantage of all the options we offer to manage your accounts from the convenience of your home. 24-hour internet banking and bill pay, 24-hour telephone banking, remote deposit, automatic loan payments, and wire transfers are also still available to our customers. And we're still here during our normal hours. Mondays through Fridays, the main drive-thru is open from 8 until 3, and the branch drive-thru is open from 8 until 5. And the branch drive-thru is also open on weekends, Saturdays 8 until noon, with ATMs available 24/7 at both locations. Couple of calls of emergency from over the course of the weekend in Pike County. One proved to be fatal. One man is dead after an ATV crash last night, just before 11 o'clock. the only location I have is Blackberry Road. We know that they found that a vehicle, a side-by-side ATV, I believe it was, struck a guardrail and then went into a creek and landed on its top. There was a driver and a passenger, which were both ejected from the machine, both taken to the Tug Valley ARH Medical Center. It was the passenger, actually, 40-year-old Chris Fields of Ransom, who was later pronounced dead at that facility. Police are still investigating, but say that drugs and alcohol are not suspected right now as any contributing factors. 2 local calls of emergency, several over the course of the weekend. EMS calls. I know that a medical call resulted in a life flight earlier today in Sagersville. But as far as accidents and things of that nature, there were a couple of them deemed most serious here in Magoffin County. 1 automobile, 1 ATV related. The most serious of emergency calls for local EMS and law enforcement started Saturday morning. This was around 11 o'clock on Dry Bread off of 114. The driver, I'm told, fortunate to escape serious injury after losing control of his pickup truck, going over the embankment and coming to rest on a tree. I understand the vehicle dropped off the roadway. The driver overcorrected, and then the vehicle landed as you see here. He was still, I believe, inside the vehicle on arrival of emergency personnel and was taken by ambulance to an area hospital for what was, I'm told, minor injuries. Two other local people, however, were more seriously injured Saturday night. This is some still pics from the scene at the Tip Top Strip job near the 30 Ridge in that vicinity, where 2 people on a side-by-side were both injured when the vehicle flipped over, a male and a female, both injured to the point that a physician who was actually in the crowd or in the area, also spending and enjoying the day outdoors, was first on scene and assisted EMS and the Magoffin County Rescue Squad and the District 3 Fire Department upon their arrival, calling for 2 helicopters to fly both of the accident victims out. Both were taken to the St. Mary's Hospital in Huntington, West Virginia, for serious and what turned out to be, we are glad to report, non-life-threatening injuries. Both suffered possible broken bones and head trauma as a result of the rollover ATV crash. Also, a couple of arrests making local news tonight. One out of Johnson County, where a man is accused of beating and strangling and assaulting at least 2 women at his residence before being arrested. Also assaulting at least 1, maybe 2 police officers. The other arrest is that of a Sagersville woman who struck 2 other women with her car yesterday off of Burning Fork here in Magoffin County. Johnson County Sheriff's Department responded to the residence of 35-year-old Anthony Ratliff in Hager Hill after a complaint that he was assaulting people. Apparently, several females who were at the residence, once police arrived, they found Ratliff very agitated, saying that there were cameras there watching him, I think, as the citation appears to read, with at least 2 women saying that he had struck them, both very shaken up, one saying that he was trying to choke her and hit her in the head, the other saying that she was punched as he tried to throw her off the porch of the home. One of the women claiming that he had thrown her down on the floor and was choking her with his hands. Both women telling police that Ratliff had been gone for some 51 days. When authorities tried to take him into custody with handcuffs, he started pulling away, restraining, and struck one of the officers in his mouth with his elbow. As a result, Ratliff is still jailed in the Big Sandy on charges of strangulation, multiple counts of assault in the 4th degree, assault in the 3rd degree of a police officer, resisting arrest, menacing, and public intoxication. The other arrest was that of a Sagersville woman arrested by state police yesterday afternoon around 3 off of Burning Fork on Dodson Branch, where Officer Haney with Post 9 says he was finishing up another call when he was flagged down by a man who told him that a Mustang that had just gone up in front of the officer had actually just struck not 1 but 2 women down by the greenhouse, the Mountain Comprehensive Care greenhouse where the women were at the time. The officer went up the road and found 46-year-old Misty Salyer turning around in the driveway. He stopped her, questioned her, and while doing so, relatives of one of the women who claimed to have been hit by her car came, and after separating the individuals, Salyer was asked to perform field sobriety tests, her pupils described in the police report as barely able to be seen. Salyer telling the officer when asked that blood results would show that she had Suboxone, Percocet, and Valium in her system. The officer then interviewed two victims, one stating that while she was yelling at Salyer pulled off in her car, striking her with the vehicle and knocking her to the ground. The other victim saying that while she was crossing the road to get to the first victim, she too was struck by Salyer's car as she continued on and also knocked to the ground. The officer noted that at least one was taken to the hospital emergency room for treatment. The extent of their injuries for either of the two unknown at this time, while Salyer was charged with driving under the influence and second-degree assault. Up next, birthdays and a couple of calendar announcements this Monday, May the 4th. First up, a couple of birthdays this Monday, and this one is for McKenna. That's McKenna Reese Woodard. It says best wishes and happy 11th birthday. A big happy 11th birthday from your Mamaw Kathy and a host of family and friends. Happy 11th birthday wishes to McKenna Reese Woodard. And Herman Crace, 77, I am told, and celebrating with family and friends who asked me to wish you the best. Herman, happy 77th birthday to you too. Happy birthday to you both. A quick reminder from the Water into Wine Food Pantry at the Lakefront Church of God. You now have to have your card. If you don't have a card, you can't get a food box. If you applied for one online, they have been approved and you can pick them up. You can pick them up again tomorrow from 9 till 5. And their open enrollment also ends tomorrow. So if you think you qualify, let them know. Give them a call or stop by the Water into Wine Food Pantry by tomorrow, anytime tomorrow from 9 till 5 p.m. And call me when you've got a calendar announcement, birthday or anniversary. And remember, you can mail in those birth announcements and wedding announcements and birthdays and the like to the Sayersville Independent, and we'll put them in the paper for free as well. So send them in any way you can. Tonight's calendar brought to you by McGoffin Farm Bureau. Nightly obituaries brought to you by the McGoffin County Funeral Home. And we have announcements tonight in honor of first 69-year-old Donald Eugene Trimble of the East Mountain Parkway, who passed away last Thursday, the son of Mary Shepard Trimble and the late Clarence Trimble. He's as well survived by his wife, Kathy Marshall Trimble, daughter Shonda Trimble, and son Jamie Trimble, as well as his brother Doug and sister Mary Magdalene Minix, and 3 grandchildren. Of course, in lieu of the pandemic, services will be held graveside and private and in his honor. And 48-year-old Michael Wayne Helton of Dotson Branch in Sayersville passed away yesterday, the son of Billy and Agaline Watkins Helton. He is survived by his parents as well as sisters Patricia Ann Howard and Vonda Gail Bailey. As well, due to the pandemic, services to be held private and graveside under the care of the Sayersville Funeral Home. Arrangements also for as I failed to mention, Mr. Trimble being held under the Sayersville Funeral Home as well. A message from the Fraser's Prater Drug Store and Seasonal Shop families. Prater Drug wants you to know that you can now call, use Facebook, or use our Refill RX app to get your prescriptions refilled. And the drugstore also has designated curbside pickup parking in front of and behind the store. Simply call 349-3135. And at the Seasonal Shop, they're still posting new arrivals and taking orders with free shipping on most everything anywhere in the entire United States. And they're offering scheduled curbside pickup. Just message them on Facebook, Instagram, or email at seasonalshop@yahoo.com. Fraser's Prater Drug Store and the Seasonal Shop says let's all do what we can to help and protect our neighbors and loved ones. Hey everybody, your Sayersville-ese just wanted to let you know that it's still here. It's gone so well that they're going to keep right on for as long as possible with the $5 off coupon for the 16 or 20-piece family pack meal deals at your Sayersville-ese. That's 16 or 20 pieces of chicken any way you like it, with all the sides for all the family, $5 off. With the $5 coupon that's in this week's edition of the Sayersville Independent, and Lee's is giving away a Sayersville Independent with every purchase, so there you go. The paper's free, the coupon's free, and you get $5 off only at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe.
I'm Dr. Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
Car accidents don't stop. Accidents at work, don't stop. Disability and SSI cases, don't stop. Your legal needs and concerns don't stop for the coronavirus, and neither does McFarland and Tinker. They are open, able to schedule appointments per CDC guidelines, and always available for telephone and video conferences. Please, be safe, be smart, stay home, and don't let your legal needs fall victim to the pandemic. Call McFarland and Tinker and let them take care of them for you. Getting the best deal on the best tires with the best service has never been easier. Just log on to ConleyTire.net, check out the latest rebates, sales, and promotions, pick out the tires you want, and email, call, or come by for huge savings from the family who's been proudly serving the area for over 32 years. Conley Tire in Staffordsville, 297-2424. Monday's update from Governor Beshear in just a moment. I do have this from the CDC, and it was actually some data that was comprised by the CDC and then given to the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, for them to use as information and preparation. And then that data has been obtained by media outlets on a national level, and it seems to project that CDC officials believe, at least some thereof, or at least this data that they have compiled, projects 200,000 new daily cases of the coronavirus by the end of this month and 3,000 daily deaths here in the United States. Now, right now, we're seeing about 1,750 deaths a day in the United States and 25,000 new cases reported. Now, the White House has also said this data, this information, is not, they say, reflective of any of the data that they have done by the COVID-19 task force that they have analyzed. Now, this, of course, being released at the same time that many states across the nation are starting to implement plans to start to let up on some of those restrictions that, of course, were put in place to slow the spread of the coronavirus. Georgia, Texas, some of those states taking steps to do so that are not following the guidelines that have been issued by the coronavirus task force back in April. States proceeding at their own caution, some doing very differently. Here is how ours is proceeding this evening.
All right, so today's numbers, again, have stayed in line in number of cases with what we have been seeing. We're reporting 163 new cases of COVID-19. After duplicates, people from other states, etc., removed, our total number of cases, our official number is 5,245. That's one probable, and the rest of them lab confirmed. That's out of a total tested of 60,046. That's 60046. Total number ever hospitalized 1,529. Currently hospitalized 333. Ever in the ICU 659. Currently 174. And recovered 1,921. We'd love to see that number go up. New cases by county: 36 in Warren, 34 in Jefferson, 24 in Butler, 16 in Kenton, 9 in Fayette, 6 in Davis, 5 in Boone and Grayson, 4 in Campbell, 3 in Graves, 2 in Barron, Hart, and Ohio, and 1 in Bourbon, Edmondson, Hardin, Harrison, Hickman, Logan, Madison, McCracken, Meade, Nelson, Rockcastle, Spencer, Taylor, and Webster, and 1 we are still working to confirm. Now, yesterday it was nice to be able to say for at least one day we had no reported new deaths. Today is not the same as yesterday. We have lost 8 additional Kentuckians to COVID-19, bringing our total number lost to 261. So let's make sure again that we light our homes up green, that we ring our bells at 10 a.m., that we let these families know that they are not alone at this time of physical separation, that we care about you.
Going back to the case numbers by county, as near as I could tell, the 8 remaining Kentucky counties without a confirmed case all remain as such at this time. The governor announcing also throughout his update that the website for COVID-19, the state website, has detailed information for regulations and guidance for individual industries, which will start to reopen on May the 11th next week. They've identified about 23,000 unemployment claims that are still left out there to address and see that money gets into the hands of those Kentuckians. He also referred to many headlines about other states opening too early and the repercussions of what may happen, saying that Kentucky's numbers are better than we expected at this time. We are still considered to be stable and at a plateau, but the threat is still there, still real, and still deadly, and we must keep social distancing and taking other precautions because the disease is not gone. They have a goal, the state does, of testing 88,000 people per month, believe that they will likely exceed that, and say that they are also preparing to enter Phase 2 for healthcare, which starts Wednesday with elective outpatient and ambulatory procedures. Phase 3 for healthcare will start on the 13th, and Phase 4 on the 27th. And that right now, restaurants and other openings still look to be at least as far off as June, but that they are putting together the guidance and regulations for restaurants and individuals, hopefully to have that to the general public in the next couple of weeks. So now, once again, 5,245 positive cases in Kentucky with over 60,000 tested. Now we'll wrap it up tonight by talking about your weather, as we most often do. Isolated to scattered thunderstorms expected late tonight, mainly along and south of the Mountain Parkway, and then a little later on down the line. Thunderstorms possible tomorrow in the same area, and a threat for a few thunderstorms again Thursday night and into your Friday, and then it's on to a little frost in the mornings. So another roller coaster of a ride weather-wise this week, this first full week of May. We'll start with tonight. Clouds will be on the increase. What a beautiful Monday it has been, and it's hard to make a Monday beautiful. You know, they're Mondays by definition. But we did have a nice afternoon with a lot of sunshine. Tonight, though, clouds are going to be on the increase, and then showers will set up mainly after 5 o'clock or so. So it's going to be a dry evening with just continued cloud cover and a low of 49 tonight. Showers after 5 or so in the morning, and then to continue throughout your Tuesday. We will only see about 61 tomorrow if we're lucky, and an east-northeasterly wind, 5 to 10 to maybe up to 17 miles per hour on average. I think maybe a quarter to maybe a half an inch of rain tomorrow during the day, maybe another tenth or so tomorrow night. So probably less than an inch of rain in totality for everyone on the high end. But still, showers and 61 degrees and a light northeasterly wind for your Tuesday. Pretty well sums it up with a 44-degree low tomorrow night. And showers and thunderstorms are possible for your Wednesday. And that system also knocks us down another few degrees to 56 midweek, mid-50s for midweek. We might see a little sunshine with that 56 degrees, but also about a 40% chance of some showers and thunderstorms, and a bit more breezy, still coming out of the northwest, up to 20 mile or 21 mile per hour gusts at times. Shower chances still hold on to 30% by Wednesday night. We'll fall down to about 39, with skies finally becoming clear that night. And that gives us a cooler, albeit nice, mostly sunny, calm day Thursday. 61, mostly sunny and dry. Now, if you're looking at your screen and you see the 20% chance of showers on Thursday's page there, well, that's technically into your Friday, 2 a.m. or so. So Thursday, 61, mostly sunny and dry. But Friday, back to the shower chances will go. We'll have still partly sunny skies in upper 50s, but a 50% chance of showers anytime after 8 in the morning throughout most of your Friday afternoon and early evening. And then that system clears out and leaves us with cooler air still in the 50s at 57 sunny degrees, albeit on your Saturday. And as we get down to the mid-30s Saturday night, look for a little patchy frost Saturday night into your Sunday morning. And then Sunday, we'll see mostly sunny, albeit a 20% chance of showers and some frost in the morning, but around 61 and hopefully perking back up to the mid-60s by this time next week. And that's going to wrap it up for this evening. What's going to be a beautiful evening at that. Enjoy it if you can. I've got signs and banners to make. I'll be here again tonight, as I have been here for the past many nights. Good problem to have, though. But thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you back here tomorrow for your next update and news and information that you can only find here on Your News Today. Good night again, and good Monday.